Comics! Relief! Saviors of the universe! Comics! Relief! They'll save every one of us! Comics! Relief!
I don't understand why these effects just like block out my forehead.
Because your forehead's so white.
It looks really awesome though.
It does.
Oh look,
You got a giant hole in your head.
I'm at a river.
You're at
Floating around in a river.
You're at a glacier.
I can't tell. Is this really little?
I don't know what it is.
So
did you see that guy who, from OSU, who made a sign towards a porn star, and then the porn star contacted him on Twitter and asked him to the AVN Awards?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny stuff. The guy...
Why?
Because she thought it was pretty funny what he wrote. Game Day, which is on ESPN, on Saturdays when they record the football games, they go to like a college and all the students come out and bring stupid signs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the guy had a sign that says Baylor's defense has more holes than Baylor's defense has more holes to fill than Lisa Ann.
That's pretty funny.
And then Lisa Ann, the porn star, found it and got in contact with the guy who made the sign at OSU, and then later asked him to last weekend's AVN Awards. And so he's like all over his Twitter is like him and Lisa Ann. And
that's really funny.
Yeah, and like I like the article I read because it was like with one crude college game day sign, Oklahoma State student Matt McGann went to Las Vegas last weekend as a porn star's date. Don't give up on your dreams, everyone.
I want to do that. Let's do it. Let's make some signs and just like post pictures of us putting them up places.
Yeah.
And they can all say the same thing, like what that guy wrote. Maybe she'll invite us.
Maybe she'll invite us.
Yeah, we could put it on sponges. This sponge has more holes than her.
Anyways, welcome to the podcast, guys. Comics Relief, episode 3.
Number 3! Yeah.
So, what's going on, Tyler?
Oh, just hanging out. Clearing out some space in my PlayStation for Borderlands 2 because it's free on PlayStation Plus.
Awesome.
I'm gonna play it and never talk to anybody ever again.
Yeah, that used to be my life. that Borderlands 2 life.
Yeah. It's I don't know, is the multiplayer good? I heard it's good.
Multiplayer is pretty good.
Cool. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
It gets super laggy at times because like I played like a whole day. I went from start to finish on 4-player multiplayer, and like the final boss was just ridiculous because there's so much to render, so many effects to go, so much animation, and like everybody's just equips rocket launchers and you're jumping around everywhere. Like I remember it just like kind of like freezing, and then when it finally caught back up, it was like doing the end credits.
Yeah, that's funny.
But it's fun.
I'll have to check it out. I'll let you know what I think.
All right, cool. Yeah, so what I did this past weekend was I went downstate and I hung out with my girlfriend, and one of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody texts you and then you have no idea who the number is from, and then they kind of refuse to tell you who they are.
Yeah, that would be obnoxious. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you go down and see your girlfriend and you don't stop at Grand Rapids.
But to add to the story, this guy ended up texting my girlfriend and said something along the lines of, I got boy and hard. Like that was his. I got boy and hard. Like that's what he texted, and she was like, "Who is this?" And then he texted back, "I got boy and hard." And she's like, "Are you a fucking retard?" Like, and then we ended up figuring out what the guy, he goes by the name of Little J. So if any of you know who Little J is, just feel free to email us who this guy is. But
and tell him to shut up, shut up, talking, Little J.
But it was a good time because she told her roommates about it. We were having a party in her apartment, and after some drinks and stuff like that, somebody got the idea that everybody should text them and stuff like that. And he was like writing back like, who's this, and stuff like that. And then her roommate Dejanay decided to call him and was like, because he had like the worst like texting ever. It was like all shorthand and like street language that we had to like go on Urban Dictionary to figure out. He was calling us thoughts, which is THOT, which stands for that hoe over there. He was calling us all that.
That's retarded.
Yeah, and like, finally Dejanay like called the number and was like, "Who's this? You were texting me. Who is this?" And then like Dejanay, she's an African American, but it was just hilarious because like she was like, by the way that you're speaking to me, I'm just going to assume that you're African American. And then I decided I was like, you know what? After like a couple hours, I was like, all right, you know what? Give me his number. So I texted him. I was like, hey, why are you talking to my thoughts? Stop texting them. And then like he texted me back. He's like, who is this? And I was like, this is Big E. And he ended up calling me, and I was like, is this Lil J? And then he's like, yeah, this is Lil J. I'm like, why are you being such a bitch? So it was pretty funny after that. And then he ended up calling Dejanay, and then Dejanay was like, Lil J? And I was like, is that Lil J? And she's like, I'm sorry, I'll get on, I'm sorry. So we had a little bit of fun with it, but
sounds
anyway,
like a good time.
Yeah, but I hate it when people text and they kind of refuse to tell you like how they got your number or who they are.
Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious.
But that was pretty much my weekend, and then you know I've been working all week. It's been quite the week.
Busy, 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 busy.
Yeah. So
little busy bee.
Yeah, a little busy bee over here. So you want to go on to the news headlines? You want to start talking about some comic books?
I guess.
All right. Well, first up, coming up in the comic book world, Jeff Parker and Evan Shaner blast off a new Flash Gordon series.
Woo! Never seen a Flash Gordon series before. Just kidding. It's actually pretty exciting, I think.
Yeah, I think it is too. And what I like about it is it's Jeff Parker, who's from the you froze and then you reanimated and then you froze again and then you repeated what you just said.
I know I keep freezing. It sucks. I don't know why.
Stupid Google Plus.
I don't know. It's like every video service ever is just awful. So I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of this while we read news, or I'll get to the bottom of this while you read news.
All right. Let me just talk about Jeff Parker and Evan Shaner over here. But Jeff Parker, who's from the Batman 66 series, he's launching together with a guy of the same name as mine to do a new Flash Gordon series. Flash Gordon was very popular in the 80s, and if any of you have seen the movie Ted, Flash Gordon was pretty popular in that movie as well. But what I think is what I think is cool about this series is that it's staying true to its roots, and also the variant covers that are coming out with it. Like a comic book shop can order a propaganda type comic book cover, and then at the bottom of it says "Get your issue here at blank," whatever your bookstore's name on the cover.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I think that is pretty cool. It's support your local comic book stores by going out and hopefully buying this new comic, which comes out in April, and getting that cool variant.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon, everyone. Is that the Netflix series?
No. Tyler's still behind on Flash Gordon.
Yeah, I don't care about Flash Gordon.
Flash.
He's pretty cool. Flash Gordon's actually really cool, but I never really got into him too much.
Yeah. But talk about books that are coming out soon. I posted a link I shared with you, Tyler, and it's an inside look at one of the most important books of the year. And I just want to get your opinion on this. But the new Miss Marvel series that it's coming out next month. What do you think about that?
It's the most important book of my life. Looks pretty cool.
It does. I think it looks fantastic.
She looks pretty hip with that scarf.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any crazy feelings for it or anything, but it should be cool.
I think there's been just a lot of hype around it. It's a lot of marketing has been going towards this new book that Marvel's putting out. I mean, why wouldn't Marvel market the hell out of this book?
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of attention for it, and it's been very anticipated. But I think it's calling it one of the most important books of the year might be stretching it. I think it's just gonna be a different race of superheroes, and I don't mean that by race that she is obviously a different race in this book. She's not an American. She's not an alien. She is, an American Indian from India, that kind of Indian.
I don't think it's the most important book of the year because we have to look at things like the Bible and the Quran. JK.
Oh, this show this show is.
She's not Indian. She's Pakistani.
Is it Pakistani?
Yeah.
So she's a Middle Eastern American superhero.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's actually really cool.
I've read some of the panels and some of the previews, and it looks good, and the writing looks very excellent. And
maybe it will make some Americans less racist.
Probably not.
That would be cool.
The biggest change comes from one comic book. Comic book gets released, everyone stops being racist. I can see the headlines now.
Me too. New York Times.
Okay, let's stop talking about racism and jump over to Angry Birds,
which I am totally racist against.
Well, IDW announces Angry Birds comic coming in June, and I was looking at it and I thought it was pretty funny. Some funny thoughts came to mind about the books that they should publish, like the war between the birds and the pigs.
So
and
is it gonna be just like pain after pain of like a bird on a slingshot, and just like one being pulled back and one being launched, one flying through the air and one hitting structures?
I don't think so. What I think it's going to be is the birds are being overtaken by the pigs, so the birds are now angry and must fight back.
Okay,
and there's going to be bloodshed and gore, and
Is there going to be dialogue? Because I thought they just go like. Yeah, I don't know.
That is the dialogue. Didn't you know that?
I am so not interested in this comic.
I felt like putting it on the show so we can make fun of it.
No, that's totally fine, but I just think it's such a stupid idea. I mean, it's gonna be cool if you're like maybe 11 and you're just super into Angry Birds, but I don't know.
I don't.
It's Angry Birds. This should just be a game.
We have Angry Birds Star Wars and Angry Birds kart racing and
yeah, and it should have just stayed Angry Birds. There
well,
should have been one of them.
Guess what, Tyler? You don't get to choose everything and make all the decisions.
The world doesn't revolve around me.
No, clearly it doesn't.
This is a Tyler-centric universe. I am the very center of the universe.
But I really hope IDW does something fun with it and like puts in gore and bloodshed and the war between the birds and the pigs.
That would be really cool. I mean, that'd be ideal, but we'll see.
It's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, I mean, Angry Birds. There's no such thing as blood in that universe.
They just kind of they get launched and then they kind of pop.
Or like one bird turns into 3.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know how that works. Asexual reproduction as they're flying.
Just real quick.
Oh man, I was gonna bring up Angry Birds Star Wars so that we could transition into the next topic. So speaking of Angry Birds Star Wars,
I played that game.
Star Wars episode.
Hey, wait, no, we're not done with that.
What?
Yet.
You want to?
No, I guess this can be in film news. We'll carry on.
All right. Moving on to movies. Star Wars episode. What is that? 7. Script is finished.
That's exciting. I think.
Yeah.
I hope it's exciting. I mean, the other ones were good.
It can be. I know that Michael Arndt. That's how I'm going to pronounce his name. He did a first draft of the script, and then him and J.J. Abrams did a script, and then Arndt and Abrams had 2 completely different ideas on where Star Wars should go. So after he wrote the script, he just kind of left, and so Abrams and Kasdan did a final script, and Kasdan is pretty well known. He wrote some of the other Star Wars movies and did some of his own filmmaking. So it should be a good movie, I hope, anyways.
I know there's a lot of hate going towards it just because the rights have been sold to Disney and everything, but I feel like J.J. Abrams will do a good job with the movie. And it's,
He'll
I don't know, he's done so many good movies already. Why wouldn't this be good too?
I think some people just can't accept the fact that it is Disney now and that J.J. Abrams loves his lens flares and Star Trek. And...
Yeah, well, those people are nerds.
But I just want to see what Disney will throw in there. If you'll see like a Mickey Mouse cameo with like a lightsaber,
well.
Or if they'll throw Marvel in there, and so you have like
Spider-Man.
No, not Spider-Man, but like the Jedi have to take on like Deadpool or something like that.
That'd be funny. That'd be fun. I would love it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just kind of. I just wonder what Disney's role is going to be in the Star Wars movies.
The making the money part.
This is the making money part. So, when Disney does something with Star Wars, I think they should figure out on what they should do with Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Is there any? Yeah. Found an article that gave some pretty, some good ideas on what Disney should do with the Indiana Jones franchise because Harrison Ford will be 71 this year, so he's going to be pretty old. And the last Indiana Jones movie was pretty dumb. And since Disney, bought out Lucas, the Lucasfilm, they have Indiana Jones as well. So I think they should kind of do something with it. If not, they should do nothing.
I think they should just do nothing and leave the series or the series where it is. I don't know. There's enough of them.
No reboot. You don't see a reboot coming.
No, that'd be horrible. I don't want to see a new face of Indiana Jones.
Not even if it's like Nathan Fillion or
Maybe Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Or Leonardo DiCaprio.
They could do it like what they did with the Hulk and like make like 3 movies and they all have a different Indiana Jones.
Yeah, they should do that.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, it'd be so bad.
Yeah. But I don't know. If they were to do it, do you think they should just keep Harrison as...
Well, I mean, he'd like be in a wheelchair in the next movie. I don't know. He's cool. He's a great actor, but he's old. I don't know.
It's just old. He's just,
I don't think we need any more.
All right. So, I'll agree with you on that one. And Comics Relief's final ballot says no more Indiana Jones.
Because the old ones are good enough.
That's true. They're pretty good. Let's move on down the list of shitty movies. And Mark Ruffalo wants an eco-friendly Hulk film.
Yeah. You can't because the Hulk is made from gamma radiation, so that's a stupid idea.
No, I think it's funny because the article was like a conversation with him, and it was like if Marvel was to do another Hulk film, which they probably never will do another Hulk-centric film, because, he was talking about, he's like, yeah, I was in the Avengers, but my total screen time was like 10 minutes. And it's like, well, that's all you need for Hulk, because all you want to see, you don't want to see Mark Ruffalo. You want to see the big green monster.
Yeah.
You don't, and for it to be like eco-friendly, and he says he wants it to be an eco-friendly message so that people will kind of care about.
He said that he wants to raise awareness on issues like fracking, sustainability, practical and cost-effective environmental change. That's all in quotation marks from IGN. But I can see why he'd want to do that, but I don't know if a superhero film's a place to do that. I think if he wants to...
I don't think a Hulk...
Especially a Hulk film, but like... If he wants to raise awareness, he should start a campaign. I don't agree with fracking, and I support sustainability. But I don't think I would do it in a superhero movie.
Yeah, I just think the Hulk movies suck, and if you want to have an eco-friendly message in your Hulk movie to try and make the audience care, it won't work, because all the audience wants to see is Mark Ruffalo turn into the Hulk and break shit and talk Hulk care about Hulk have feelings.
Hulk smash.
Hulk smash.
My secret is
I'm
angry all the time.
You should. They'll include him in the Angry Birds comic.
The Hulk is just one big angry bird.
He's the new green Hulk bird.
He's the god of the Angry Birds.
They live on Planet Hulk. That's why they're so angry.
What an amazing crossover.
Yeah. Moving on to movies that we still don't give a shit about. Man of Steel sequel is movie.
I give a shit about the movie. The first one was good. Man of Steel was awesome.
I don't like Superman that much.
I didn't either until I watched that movie.
Scott Snyder, fuck that. Scott Snyder was the director, and who was the producer?
I don't know.
He did the Batman movies. Christopher Nolan. Yeah. But anyways, so they pushed it to May 6th of 2016, and so they're gonna make us wait a few extra years to see Ben.
They're gonna make it
as
100
Daredevil
times
again.
better though.
You sure?
Maybe. Hopefully. I'm
Maybe.
hoping. I'm really hoping.
I don't know. I do have faith in Ben Affleck as an actor, as a director.
He's a cool dude.
Sure, let him be Batman.
I think he'll do it.
It's not his fault that Daredevil sucked.
It's really not. It's the writer's fault. It was just a poorly written movie.
It's such a bad movie. But I have faith. But so if anybody cares, like Tyler, Man of Steel sequel pushed to 2016.
Oh, we got. There's also speaking of movies being pushed. Quentin Tarantino's new film, The Hateful Eight, got essentially canceled because he gave the script to 6 people, and somehow the script got leaked, and he's just fucking pissed.
Yeah, I heard he just shelved it. Like he's just like.
Yeah, he said he's gonna still get it published in like book form or something, but he's so upset with whoever leaked the script that he's just not gonna do it now. But he says he has like 10 more ideas where that came from, so he'll just start another project, which is
cool.
Really neat.
And whoever leaked it gets killed in his next movie,
or just in real life, because I wanted to see The Hateful Eight really bad.
It would have been cool.
And then
go ahead. I was just gonna say I hope it wouldn't feature Quentin Tarantino with a terrible Southern accent.
Well, he cameos in all of his films, so it's understandable.
Yeah, I know. But his Southern accent's the worst.
Yeah, it's
sorry,
pretty
Quentin
funny.
Tarantino. It's pretty funny, as in it's bad funny.
And then
you know what else is you know what else is funny? A Chinese mall gets burned down because as an employee plays a video game.
It's not funny.
The article was pretty funny.
I mean, yeah, I see they took a comical approach to that, but the fucking mall burned down.
Okay, so in China, at a Chinese mall in China, at a Chinese McDonald's full of Chinese workers, a fire starts. And like I watched the newscast and I didn't understand any of it because it was all in Chinese. But like the surveillance video of like the McDonald's, it started like smoking and like nobody did anything. Like the employees were like sitting there and they were like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then it shows footage from inside the security room, and there's this Chinese man playing probably Angry Birds on his tablet. And the alarm goes off and it shows him get up and he walks over to the fire alarm and he just turns it off and then gets
No way.
Yeah, and then he gets back on his tablet, and the article reads that like the fire alarm went off every 2 minutes.
What?
After that, and he just got up and turned it off and went back to his game. And like what was funny was like even the McDonald's employees didn't stop. Like they didn't try to put it out. They were just kind of standing around wondering what the heck is going on. You know, this fire just started, so they didn't do anything. The security guard didn't do anything, and eventually, you know, the fire spread, and because the guy turned the alarm off, it never fully notified the fire department over there, so the whole mall got burned down.
That is insane. Oh my god, that's probably the most irresponsible thing I've ever heard.
And it's all on video too, so
that's so stupid.
It's great.
Speaking of other funny things, funny in quotation marks, I don't know, we just forgot to mention this earlier, but Lego announced a Guardians of the Galaxy Lego set. Well, Lego sets that are going to be released with the film in August.
It should be cool.
As of yet, there are no details on what the sets will contain or anything like that, but it'll be neat. Everybody wants.
I can't wait to get my Legos of Rocket Raccoon and Groot.
I know, I can't wait for my Groot Lego, man.
That would be cool. I will buy it just for a Groot Lego.
I'm going to get an army of Groot.
I am Groot. talking about new stuff. Dark Souls 2 screens have arrived to prepare us all.
Our whole show is about new stuff, Evan.
Yeah, that is true. In the news, that's new.
It's very.
But anyways,
newsy.
yeah. Fresh batch. Did you check out those screens?
Yeah, they look really cool.
It does. We've talked about Dark Souls 2 before on this podcast, and we've mentioned that it's a pretty hard game, but I am totally excited for Dark Souls 2
so am I. It looks amazing.
But unfortunately, what I'm more excited for is Metal Gear Solid to come out.
Oh yeah,
that's
my all-time favorite series, so of course I am.
I've officially made a mental note that I will be purchasing a PS4 once that game comes out, because I want to play it, but I don't want to play it on PS3. I want an excuse to buy a PS4, so I am officially debuting my announcement for when I will be buying a PS4.
The Ground Zeroes comes out relatively soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, relatively soon.
When does it come
out? Soon.
I should know this because I'm so excited for it.
March 20th.
That's wait, North America's March 18th.
Oh, March 18th. Sorry, Europe. I was looking at your date.
And Japan. We're getting it before Japan.
So yeah.
We're getting it before Japan. And take that, Japan.
So yeah, March 18th, I will be breaking my bank account to go out and buy a PS4.
As you should.
Yep. Yeah. So more fighting game news. I found this sweet Street Fighter 4 mod for computer that helps you master difficult combos with ease.
Oh, really?
Did you?
I mean, yeah. I've seen stuff like that before, but I haven't heard of this one.
This is for Street Fighter 4 for the computer, and what it lets you do is you can put in any combo that you'd like. So let your mind go wild with combos, and it will string them all together, and if it works, then it works. But it will figure out the exact timing you would need for each input. And if anybody knows who's ever played Street Fighter 4, combos are insanely hard to do in that game.
Due to cancels and frame data and all of that.
I think, though, frame data is the big... Like, there's some combos where, like, it runs at 60 frames per second, and the combo needs to be, one button needs to be hit in one frame after your last button. So it's like the timing is essentially 1/60th of a second that you have to react. And this guy who developed this program, he had trouble stringing together 3-hit combos, which, to a normal person that might sound sad, but to anybody who loves and cherishes Street Fighter, that can be difficult sometimes to kind of get the hang of it. So he just went straight. He's like, can't get the 3 hits, so he went straight to programming this little mod so that you can just do the button inputs, and it will create a metronome. So when it clicks is when you have to hit the button. So while you're playing it, you'll put in the combo, and then it will do it based on a metronome. So then you kind of get muscle memory while you're pressing the buttons and hearing the metronome click. So it's a pretty novel concept, and I think it's pretty cool to kind of just give it a little shout out in the video game.
Yeah, I think it's really cool and really helpful. If you want to check that out, folks, we'll put that in our show notes.
Put it in the show notes. Teach you how to play video games. Talking about teaching, a school in Norway.
Nice segue.
As you,
It really was.
Woo! Segue of the week. A school in Norway is using The Walking Dead, the video game, the popular one by Telltale Games, to teach ethics. I think this is really cool because if any of you out there played The Walking Dead by Telltale, you know it's full of decisions and there's a lot of hard decisions to make, like whether or not to shoot this person or this person. You know, I'm trying to be spoiler free for those who haven't played it, or you know, there's a lot of human ethics deal with this game, and so this teacher is like built this whole lesson plan around these kids in class will play the games and then they'll talk about the decisions that they made, you know, as topics as discussion for, you know, human ethics and stuff like that. And I just think it's really cool that video games are being thrown right into this classroom, and it's really cool.
As a huge fan of that series, I think that's really cool too. And I don't know, you have to make some pretty tough decisions in that game, and you have to think hard and quickly. I don't know. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah. Did you play season 2 yet?
I have not.
Episode 1.
I don't know why I haven't yet, but I have it ready to go. I just haven't played it.
You got to get on it, man.
I think I keep forgetting about it. I keep forgetting that I have it.
You know what? After the podcast, you better play it because I know you're doing nothing after this.
Maybe I'll play it today. Yeah, I'll download Borderlands 2 and play that, and play Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, which I bought on PSN for $6.
I remember my girlfriend was up here with me while season 2 episode 1 came out, and we played it, and there was parts in it that just made her bawl her eyes out. But like she was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to, you know. And like I gave her the recap of season 1, and season 2 episode 1 gives you kind of a recap based on your game save data. So it's cool that it ties all in still. But like I gave her a recap, and it was funny because I was talking about she just brought it up in conversation. She was like, "When's episode 2 come out?" I'm like, "I don't know why." And she's like, "Cause you can't play it without me there." Because I want she wants to watch me play it because she's kind of hooked. That's really awesome.
I had to get my girlfriend into that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I honestly think I could get her into it because she really likes point and click games. She loves Nancy Drew, which is awesome. I think it's really great.
That is pretty great.
She really wants to pick up Heavy Rain because a friend of hers told her it's really good.
Heavy Rain, the David Cage games. I loved Heavy Rain when it came out, and I thought it was really cool. But the more I play it, I don't like it anymore.
Like $10 or $15 now, so I'll pick it up and give it a playthrough and let her play through it too. So,
how about? Wait, I'm looking at my game rack right now. If I have it, I will just
that would be wonderful.
So I'll just give it. I'll fucking give you the game.
That'd be awesome.
All right. So, last week we were asked to make a segment for Game of Thrones. So our Game of Thrones shout out goes to HBO Go is finally putting HBO Go on PS3. So that's pretty exciting. We can watch Game of Thrones from our couches now.
Send us your HBO Go usernames and passwords so your friend Tyler here and Evan can watch Game of Thrones or anything else on HBO.
I have HBO Go. My girlfriend already has HBO Go. So
send me your HBO Go stuff still. Send me your parents' HBO Go passwords.
But I just think it's cool that PS3 is finally getting it after it should already be there, but
I think it's really cool too.
I just think it's noteworthy to throw that out there.
That's exciting.
Speaking of nothing that's related to our next subject, in the anime and manga section of our podcast, Miyazaki's final film is up for a 2014 Oscar
And
nominee.
that's the Wind Rises.
The Wind Rises, and I hope it wins. That's all I have
I
to
really
say.
do too. I hope it wins over some stupid garbage film that every other. I don't know that all the other nominations probably went to.
It's going up against Despicable Me
Garbage.
2, The Croods,
Garbage.
and Frozen.
Bullshit. Yeah, those are all bullshit movies. I
Which
don't understand why The Wind Rises would not
my-
win. So if it does, I'm gonna cry on the podcast.
My girlfriend went with my sister to go see Frozen, and now my girlfriend wants me to go see Frozen, so she's on that Frozen bandwagon
well, you should tell
train.
your girlfriend she doesn't always get what she wants, and then just not go.
Well, I didn't go. We were supposed to go over the weekend, and I didn't go. And it was funny because I was downloading music on the internet, and I was like, "Oh, look, there's the Frozen soundtrack. I could download that." And she goes, "Oh, do it, download it." And I was like, "No."
Good choice.
Yeah, but yeah. So congratulations to Hayao Miyazaki for receiving a nominee.
Yeah, you're the man, Hayao.
We know your films are awesome and should win, but if you don't, then we'll throw a rage.
You'll cry.
Yeah, we'll cry in your honor. And so something I saw in the news, and it struck out to me. I've never heard of this manga before, but it's called Akame ga Kill as in all in capital letters, Kill. And it's a manga, and it's a 9-part manga series right now, but it says that it's going to keep being produced, but an anime of it is coming to Japan. And I was reading it and I was like, man, what is this? And like I saw the images, and it's like a bunch of just like the covers are like the main characters, and all the main characters seem to be girls.
Giant boobs. One of them does.
Yeah, giant boobs. And I was reading about it, and it just sounds fucking ridiculous.
They all have really cool weapons.
Like, no. Did you see the description for it?
I think you should tell me and our listeners.
Well, its synopsis is Tatsumi is a fighter who just got robbed by a pretty girl, but his luck seems to be looking up as another pretty girl has taken him in. What he doesn't know is this girl is about to be visited by a family of assassins, including the girl who robbed him, and they might be good guys and be recruiting.
Ooh.
But yeah, what's ridiculous about this manga is that they have featured in it like a pregnant woman getting torn to bits. There are beheadings
I see
in it.
executions by boiling. Having their faces sliced off.
Eyes being gouged out.
Man, this one's not for the faint of heart.
This is going to be like a whole season. Like if you've seen Attack on Titan episode 1, it's going to be like all the gory bits from Attack on Titan. And that's your series.
So it's going to be
right
like
there.
Elfen Lied on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be
Blood
ridiculous. Bloodroids.
I think it sounds pretty cool. I'll check it out for sure.
I'll definitely, when it comes out, I'll watch the first episode just to kind of get a feel for it. But it just sounds like it's going to be gory as hell.
Which is awesome.
And more in the manga world, the Fairy Tail author is planning a new manga series. So whoever cares about Fairy Tail, your creator is going to give you a new manga series to care about.
Now you can care about something else.
But the reason why I don't really care about Fairy Tail or that there's a new manga coming out, the only thing I really care about is that this is not typical for manga authors to just go ahead and start writing 2 mangas at like the same time, because if you've noticed, Naruto is like on its like maybe almost 400th
Naruto
episode.
sucks.
But the thing is that Fairy Tail is insanely popular. Naruto is insanely popular, and Naruto just kind of pays the author's bills. So he just, as long as he keeps writing Naruto and never ending it, he's going to keep, making money. And so I thought it was just kind of interesting that this person who's continually writing Fairy Tail and probably has no need to end it is going to start writing another manga, which he'll probably, end up doing the same thing. It'll probably become insanely popular, publish like 300 novels.
Just a
Who
labor
knows?
of love,
But
obviously. This dude's doing
yeah,
what he likes, he or she.
he. I'm pretty sure it's a he.
I hate Naruto. I
But-
think it's garbage.
Naruto is pretty lame.
I mean, good on you if you
Even-
like it, but
I've even tried to watch it on Adult Swim when it was like the unedited version, and it's
remember
still
those
pretty
kids
bad.
in high school who'd like wear Naruto headbands and stuff? That was
Yeah.
awful.
Kids do that in college
What?
still. So yeah.
Why?
So the world doesn't change after high school, Tyler.
If you wear Naruto headbands, please just stop and watch something good or read something good.
I think I just stumbled upon a new manga series that we need to draw and write, and it's called Life Doesn't Change After High School.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't.
Make it a little slice of life comedy with some accidental boob grabbing and
Yeah, we're gonna start production next week, folks.
that's my favorite trope in animes is the accidentally grabbing the giant boobs of another
I
lady.
like when they see something bad and then their nose starts bleeding. Because me too.
Yeah, so that concludes our news, I guess, unless you want to talk about
There's
anything
literally
else.
no more news in the world.
All right, that's it for news, guys. So we're going to move on to our other segments of giving out awards. So first up, we have our Twitter of the week.
the
who
award
goes
music
to...
right now.
Let me cue
just-
the award music.
I wish that anybody could have heard that. You're gonna have to
I
add
hope so,
something in
too.
post.
I will. I'll add in a post. Our Twitter of the week goes to Tom Hank.
is very funny. The description of his Twitter says, "I was in big film and I said Wilson." Sleeping in Seattle, LOL.
My favorite tweet of the day that comes from him is, "If I die and come back, I'm hoping to be Shaq."
I'm pretty sure that one's my favorite too. Tom Hank is a satirical person. Yeah,
Tom Hanks.
It's just a play on Tom Hanks, and it's got a picture of Jim Carrey as the avatar.
That's not Jim Carrey though. That's Tom
It's
Hank.
Tom Hank. My bad. It's got a picture of Tom Hank as the avatar, and I don't know. He just says all these ridiculous things, and it's very funny.
Some are really dumb. Some are funny. You kind of have to go fishing for good ones that will actually make sense out of context.
I
Like-
love it on Facebook when he does like really long posts, and then he
Oh
he
my
just,
gosh,
he just, like,
when he
have
ta-
the day, I'm Tom Hank.
Yeah. There was a Facebook post where I think you shared it, and I think that's how I got started with Tom Hank. But it was like having fun at a party without eating meat.
Yeah.
And he was like, went to party, was like offered some sort of entree and was like, no, I don't want it. And then he was like, I realized I was having fun, and I realized you don't have to eat meat to have fun.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. It's very funny.
So Tom Hank, if you want to check him out, it's twitter.com/Tom Hank. That's me.
At Tom Hank, that's me. All one word.
At Tom Hank's not me. On to our second before I go to our second award, some of these are really tough to find, and some of them are going to be a real stretch. So not every. I'm thinking of some of these awards might end up becoming bi-weekly or monthly as we develop other awards to give out or other segments to do. So that's just on my behalf, just a little update on these awards. So, our next award, as everybody knows, is the Neckbeard of the Week award. And this week's neckbeard goes to creator of Game of Thrones, George R. Martin.
Way to go, George R. Martin.
Give a round of applause. A round of applause for George R. Martin. Woo! Yeah. For those of you at home listening to the podcast, and it's unedited right now, but I've been playing some sound bits while Tyler and I have been talking, so random laughing and stuff like that.
Oh, they're so great.
So we have a new soundboard, so we can be a real radio show, but you guys won't know it at home until I edit it. Just a click of a button, we have a live studio audience laughing or
really
clapping
great.
for us.
I feel like we've made it big time.
We have made it big time. But to our very serious award of the week, the independent comic book of the week. And I don't know how to say his name, so I'm sorry, Sir Jarvis, if I butcher your first name, but I am pronouncing it Mulele.
That's how I'd say it, I think.
Okay, so our independent comic book of the week goes to Mulele Jarvis, and he has a new book coming out that I'm totally buying, and it's called Elvis and the Orphan Daughter of Time. And the reason why it caught my eye was there's a big old cat on the cover, and his description about it looks really cool. And his art style is really cool too.
I guess the art style, it's really neat.
It in his description, it sounds like he went to Asia and kind of was there for a little bit, and then when he finished traveling the world, he kind of, the art style stuck with him, and so that's his big inspiration, is like the Asian art. So it looks really cool, and if you want to check him out, I'll put it in the show notes, but it's www.mulele.com. That's Mulele, Mulele.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff.
It looks fantastic, and it's only $5 for the book, and if you want to pay $10, you actually get a pencil sketched book. So that it's something non-printed. So, Tyler, you got what's coming out this week in the comic book world?
There's a lot of stuff coming out this week.
How about
let's hear it? There were too many to list, so I just picked out some cool ones. Coming out this week from Aspen Comics is Bubblegum number 4 of 5. That's Bubblegun, not Bubblegum. Check it out. It looks pretty neat. I don't have any description of it. From Boom Studios, we got Bravest Warrior number 16. I know you like that one, Evan, so I put that in there.
I do like Bravest Warriors. If you don't know what Bravest Warriors is, go to YouTube and type in Bravest Warriors. It's a pretty good Pendleton Ward YouTube series. Anyways, continue, Tyler.
There's a new comic coming out from Alyssa Milano, I'm assuming it's the American actress and producer, unless it's somebody by the same name, which would be pretty weird. But it's a fast-paced cyber thriller about friendship and freedom in a time war. And being a Doctor Who fan, I love time wars. They're pretty cool. I like cyber thrillers too. So Hacktivist number 1, that's coming out this week.
Check it out.
Midas Flesh number 2 is coming out this week, or came out this week.
I read the first one. It's pretty good.
I want to check it out. It looks really good. And then my personal pick for the week is Peanuts Volume 2, number 15, Charlie Brown.
Oh.
Just so you know, I'm not serious. That's not my personal pick for the week. From Dark Horse, we have Amalis Blade Spirits of Namaron, the trade paperback, and Star Wars Legacy number 11. So that's some pretty exciting stuff. From
Dark Horse is getting those Star Wars books
Yeah,
out while they can.
They've been releasing a lot of them lately, so pick those up, support Dark Horse, tell them that they're cool.
Tell them that they're cool.
From DC, we have Animal Man number 27, Batman 66 number 7, Birds of Prey number 27, Green Lantern, New Guardians number 27. Those all seem pretty cool. From Dynamite, we have Badass number 1. And in the description, they said, if Kick-Ass and Deadpool had a baby, I guess.
I think if Deadpool and Kick-Ass had a baby, its name would be Dead-Ass.
Oh, the sound clip's really
good. Laughter from the live audience. That joke was funny, guys, at home. I guess you just have to be here.
Good time. So
that's all we are at Comics
we're
Relief.
knee slappers.
Continue on.
From IDW,
Tyler.
we have Judge Dredd number 15, which is a great series. Judge Dredd is awesome. There's so much stuff coming out from Image Comics this week, so I just picked a few of them. We have Aphrodite 9 Hidden Files number 1, which is a peek into the proprietary black box of Aphrodite's mind. It looks really interesting. I mean, it's Image Comics. They never let us down before, so we'll give that a look at. We got Deadly Class number 1, which looks pretty sweet. The Walking Dead number 120. So many books.
So many books.
We have Bad Dog number 6, Pretty Deadly number 4, and
Pretty Deadly is pretty good, guys. Go check it out.
And Sex number 10. Marvel's got like a bazillion things coming out this week, so I just picked 5.
We picked 5.
I was gonna pick 3, but then I picked 5. They had. What are those 5, Tyler? Invaders number 1. Cataclysm Ultimate X-Men number 3. Indestructible Hulk number 18. Superior Spider-Man Team Up number 9, and X-Men number 9. So go to your local shop and pick those up today or yesterday. I don't pick them up yesterday. Or
if they pick them up whenever you feel like.
There's more stuff coming out this week, but those are our picks for the week, I guess.
Yeah. Now that boring time part of the show is over. Let's maybe get into some letter time.
We didn't get any letters this week, did we?
Who's to blame on that one, Tyler?
To say the podcast name.
So listeners, if you want to know where to send a letter, Tyler, where can we send a letter?
This time. So if you guys sent it to the wrong email a couple weeks ago, that's my fault because I gave you the wrong email address and I just didn't say it last week. It's, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's comicsreliefpodcast@gmail.com.
All right, say it one more time.
comicsreliefpodcast@gmail.com, all one word. Please send us letters because we like to read them and answer your questions.
We like to read them. We'll give you a shout out. You can send us anything from "Hey, what's up?" to a question to maybe you have a segment that you want us to do. A segment
idea.
idea.
Twitter of the week you want to share with us. Maybe you can recommend us a Twitter to check out, or if you have an idea for the next of the week, send us those.
Yeah, I was about to say, if your brother's a neckbeard and you want to make him neckbeard of the week.
Yeah, so please
go right ahead.
comicsreliefpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. So no letters this week. Thanks to everyone who last week we read letters from. So, moving on. Let's just kind of what's happening in your life coming up this week, Tyler.
Not too much going on. I'm gonna work all weekend as I typically do now. Man, is my birthday coming up this week? No, my birthday's not this week. My birthday's next week.
Oh, Tyler's birthday's next week, guys. So you can send gifts in our email.
You can like send me video games on Steam or something. I don't care.
Send us a
send us two
PS4.
PS4s.
2 PS. Because when it's Tyler's birthday, it's also my birthday.
Yeah, it's not next week. I mean, it's like in a week and a half.
Yeah. All right.
So you guys have time to save money to send me a PS4 and Evan.
Yeah.
It's only like $800. It's not very much.
Yeah. Not that much. What got anything else planned? Any weekends?
I don't really think so. I mean, I'm gonna be pretty busy this weekend with work. I might go see a movie at the cheap theater on Thursday.
What do you think you're
I
gonna
have no
see?
idea. I just know that I have a gift card for there that I got from work, and Grace and I want to go do something fun, so we might go check out an old movie. We have a cheap theater here in Grand Rapids where the movies that have been out for a few months go to, and they let you go watch them for like $4. So might go check those out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have much going on this week. I have hockey to film tonight, and then I do have something pretty exciting. I am driving just a little bit south of here. People are probably going to have to Google what this is, and then they'll get an idea of where exactly I live, which is going to be creepy. But I'm going to go film rally car racing. Yeah, so it's called Snowdrift, and it's just south of where I live. But ESPN will be there, and then I'll be there, just from a local cable channel.
Are they drifting on snow? That's not.
Yeah,
on
snow.
I'm sorry.
They're yeah, but whatever. It's rally car racing. It's gonna be sweet. It was rumored that like big names like Travis Pastrana was supposed to be there, but I got the official list of drivers. It's not gonna be there. So like so I'll be there to interview some drivers and to see them like race on the snow, and it should be a good time. It should be really fucking cold though.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah. So that's what I got planned on. I'll probably play some more PlayStation games, and who knows? Maybe I'll read some comic books, because that's another thing I like to do. Yeah. So I guess signing off, saying this has been Comics Relief. I'm
Evan. Tyler. And I mean, if you want to like follow our personal lives or anything, do you have a Twitter or a Tumblr or anything?
I don't have a personal Twitter or a Tumblr, but you can find me at Instagram, I guess.
Follow pictures of Evan's life.
Yeah, mainly male selfies of myself, and pictures of cats. But if you want to follow me at Instagram, then search Poop Smith.
that's isn't that P00P Smith?
Yep,
yeah,
Poop Smith.
Mine is my Instagram would be Sulaxo, SULAXO. I think. No, wait, that's not it.
No, it's Sunbather with a V
instead of a U. You can check both of us out on the Comics Relief Twitter, which is at Comics Relief Pod. The whole podcast didn't fit, so we're just at Comics Relief Pod. If you want to check out my personal Twitter, it's at King of Sleep _. You can check us out on Tumblr. I think we have a Tumblr.
We do. It's comicsrelief.tumblr.com.
Go check all that stuff out. Send us tweets. Send us messages on Tumblr.
Yeah, if you don't feel comfortable sending us a Gmail, go ahead and send us a question on Tumblr or on Twitter. Yeah.
We hope to hear from you guys.
We hope so. We love you all.
A lot.
Yeah, you don't want Tyler to cry, so. All right. Anyways, signing off again. This has been Comics Relief. I don't know.